Hey guys, back again with another video, and today we're going straight back into fan art February, and I thought for this video I'd draw Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro. It's a Studio Ghibli film, if anyone out there doesn't know, and I know that's a bit of a redundant statement in the regards to the fact that Studio Ghibli is so ridiculously famous, but I didn't know what Studio Ghibli was, or My Neighbor Totoro, till like a year and a half ago, and I know, shame on me, but a girl in college caught wind of this, and she decided she was going to introduce me to Studio Ghibli, and we went to like this movie marathon thing that was in the cinema at the time, and the first film we seen was My Neighbor Totoro, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the art style, I fell in love with the stories, I just fell in love with it, and yeah, so I thought it was a great thing to start off with. I might do more Studio Ghibli things, you never know. I kept this one grayscale, and I used my Winsor Newton brush markers to colour it. I wanted the black circle in the background to be those little fuzzy things that they find in the corners of the house when they move in, and I did look up the name of those things, but I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. You know what I'm talking about though, if you've seen the film. So yeah, that's really it about the illustration itself. Let me know what you think, and I'll jump right back into the questions I got on the Q&A video I posted ages ago. The questions I will be answering today are from Edward13. First question she asks is, if you could choose any one medium to work with for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Oh, such a difficult question, because I have just fallen in love with these brush markers, but I think for now I'd have to say watercolor, because I have a little bit more experience with it. Now I can't say I'm better with them, but I have a little bit more experience with watercolors. I'm a little bit more comfortable with them. They're so easy to build up from a very light shade to a very dark shade, whereas I feel like brush markers, they're so permanent sometimes. Not necessarily, you could start very light, but they could be very permanent, you know, and yeah, I think it's watercolors just a little bit more forgiving. If you could choose any type of art related field as a profession, no matter what skill level or knowledge, what would you choose? That's a good question. I'd probably try animation, because I freaking love animations. If I see a video that's animated, I'll automatically click on it, because I love story times that are animated and stuff. They make me happy. Especially a really well done animation just makes my heart sing, so I'd probably go into animation. If you never got into art, what would you see yourself doing today? When I was younger, I had a lot of ideas of what I was going to be. I was going to be a singer, I was going to be a writer, I was going to be a hairdresser at one point, but if I wasn't going to be an artist, I probably would have tried to be a vet or a veterinary assistant, because I love animals so much. What do you think about art in our society, i.e. modern art? Is art starting to make people think, talk a lot more, i.e. Banksy, graffiti? I would say that art's reputation is getting a little bit better nowadays. That kind of starving artist thing is starting to slowly melt away. Definitely still there, but it's not as prominent. You were kind of expected to be broke, say 20 years ago, if you're an artist, you know? I find people are more accepting now of the fact that, you know, you can build a career on art, and people are more willing to support you, I suppose, going into art. Saying that, there's people that don't get that support network when they're going into college courses for arts and stuff, and as well as graffiti and stuff, and Banksy. I'd say if Banksy was around 40 years ago, he would have just been viewed as a menace. But he's not now, which is great. So are artists starting to have a better reputation nowadays? And do you think the starving artist stigma is no longer around anymore? As I said, I think the starving artist stigma is starting to melt away, but it's definitely still there. Like when I was in college, even my tutors kept saying to us, you know, you're gonna have to work so hard to get started, because damn, there's no jobs out there in Ireland, because Ireland's tiny, and they really weren't kidding. There's very little opportunities for artists here in Ireland, illustrators in particular. You kind of have to make your own way, carve your own path, and I'm trying. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. So yeah, thank you so much for your questions, Edward13, and I will be answering more questions in the next video. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, leave them down below, and I will get back to them as soon as I can. And so I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye!